Why does the on? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody! Oh, welcome to a Manic Monday at LA School of Comedy. I hope you left your meds at home. My name is Samantha Linderman. I'm the comedy concierge of this beautiful place we call LA School of Comedy. Thank you, Maddie. Please put your hands together for our producer tonight, Aaron McIntyre. He is also the owner, director, and teacher of the Film Actors Cafe, which is also based out of LA School of Comedy. We have acting classes every Tuesday night at 7. For your first one, you can just drop in. Just come by. Where else are you going to get that? Nowhere. We want you to like what you're getting, and comedians, being a good actor can't hurt. You know what I mean? Like, this is a performing art, so let's take it seriously. Let's take this funny seriously, right, Fred? And put your hands together for Billy Ramirez, everybody. Biggest round of applause. How do you feel? How do you feel? Good? Elated. He's elated, titillated, and X-rated. No. Billy can get all of your marketing, your web, your social media needs. He's also very funny. You can find him here. You can find him at a lot of different places. And our Right Club has started. We had a beautiful first session. Lori Kilmartin was right here, and it was fantastic. Dustin Chafin was right here. I was there. No, stop. Aaron was there. No. And it was so much fun. If you're like, damn it, I missed it, reach out to us. Maybe we can get you in on this round of sessions, but if not, we're going to keep this going. And it's going to be 5 weeks at a time with a bunch of featured guests. Our next one is Nick Thune. Am I right? Yes. I can remember names, Prof. Isn't that great? Oh, my God. I'm going to call each of you by name tonight. No. And then the 50 more. It's going to be so hard. So many people to name their names. But it's really exciting. And Aaron's acting classes are going. Karaoke Confidential is starting this Thursday at Delphi Greek. Get your karaoke, get your comedy, get your acting, get everything. Community.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. Happy to have you. Anybody here from LA?
Me.
You're from LA?
Yes.
That's why we connect. Yeah, people, when you tell people you're from LA, I either get like, oh my gosh, tell me more, or like, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, my Ubers go really interesting. It's always my Uber drivers who are like, you're from LA? Oh my God, tell me more. Lyft, not so much. No. But yeah, I have like New York pride about Los Angeles, which is like not allowed for some reason. You know, I'm like, LA, I love LA. Like, I heart LA, sure. And like, everybody gets so upset. They think that this city is so fake. Like, when I tell people I'm from LA, they say to me, wow, I thought they were real. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm like, no, I don't have any hair extensions, no colored contacts. I push it. What do I say? I got no color contacts. I didn't get that leg surgery in Turkey. You know, this is real. And then people get really uncomfortable, and I say, no, I know you're talking about my boobs. I saw your eye line. Even though you only have one working eye, sir, I could still tell what you were eyeing. That actually happened to me at the club. I saw this guy, his eye went like this, and I was like, why is his other eye not moving? It was so scary in the dark. I was like, ah! And I scared him. He's coming tonight. He's my boyfriend. So he's on his way. He's my Uber driver. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I've had some fun experiences with men. Like, I was going to go on a date with this guy, and he messaged me before. He was like, just so you know, I just want to be transparent. I have ED. Well, I go, this is generally what I thought. I was like, why is this man telling me about his eating disorder? I was like, what about me? Like, I know it's like, oh, mental health, but why are you telling me about your eating disorder? Or I thought maybe he knew that I was Jewish and he thought I was going to push food on him. That's what I thought. I was like, is he calling me fat at this point? He's telling me he has an eating disorder? No, but it was erectile. And it was not functioning, you know? So I was like, that's so great. I love when they're like, it's not you. It's like, I know it's not me. You're 5'4". And he wouldn't let me vape in his room. I don't know why that bothered me so much. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're going to tell me what I can and can't put in my body. Like, really? We're going to go there? We're going to go there? Fuck that. One time I was like seeing this guy. I don't call it a date unless money's being spent. And I don't consider Wi-Fi to be spent on me. You know, I feel like Wi-Fi is like included, you know. I think on every, should say Wi-Fi included. Or like this one guy, like he lived in his living room. And I was like, I didn't think you were an English major like that. I didn't think we took this so seriously. I'm gonna live in my living room and watch Scott Pilgrim cartoon and explain it to me. And make fun of my Rick and Morty underwear? Whoa! This bisexual got me really bad. Yeah, really bad. Because I think when a guy's bi, like they think that they can, like kind of like they're in more, like they can like make fun of you a little bit more. And I'm like, listen, you're not gay and you're not a woman. So let's be careful. You're wearing a Knuff Barbie sweatshirt and you're gonna make fun of my Rick and Morty underwear. Okay, Mr. Anime, all right. I thought you liked cartoons. Don't tell people who are obsessed with anime that you like cartoons, because it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. No, I was like seeing this other guy. How many guys? No, stop. It's only been 3 so far, right? I was seeing this other guy, and you know, he was looking at me. He was looking in my eyes with 2 working eyes, and he said to me, "Oh, this is when I had a shaved head." Just for context. I love when I say that at a show and someone goes, "What?" Like a man I'll never have met, they go, "What? Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Dad, why are you here?" "Dad, stop it." They were so upset. My dad said, "So you're a lesbian now?" And I said, "I wish that's how it worked. That'd be crazy." And then my mom would just send me pictures of me as a kid with tear emoji. It's like, what have I done? What have I done for boredom's sake? And I gaslit everybody. I was like, I have been talking about this forever. I have always wanted to shave my head for liberation, for yoga, for the people. And it was a lie. I'll say it here live right now. It was a lie. It was the first week of college during COVID. And I thought, what a better way to make friends than that, than to shave your head in the bathroom. But yeah, this guy's looking at me in the eyes. And he said, "You look just like my mother before she died." And I was like, okay. And he still didn't get me an Uber home. And I'm like, "You're not going to order an Uber for your mom to get home. That is crazy. That is crazy. Is that how she died, Garrett? Did she die because you didn't get her Uber home?" No, that is just a little thing. But yeah, I mean, from those experiences, I think you could tell, like, eventually I did get sober. I did. No, stop clapping. Yeah, I only go to AA for applause, by the way. Applause and stage time. And for people to, thank you, to say my name back to me. Like, it's a kink. No, I'm kidding. Call me by your name. I go to AA for that. And, yeah, but did you know, like, if you go to an AA meeting in New York, and you clap, they get upset. Like, you just can't be from LA anywhere. Because people will be like, "I have 2 days sober," and everyone's like, you know, and it's true. It's like 2 days is a big deal. And in New York, they'd be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? This guy's here every week." No, stop. But AA, it's like, it's really interesting. You go to an open mic, and you go to an AA meeting, and the one that I leave more concerned about the world is the open mic. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, "This is my therapy. I come up here and I talk to you guys." And I'm like, dude, I'm not a therapist. I'm just not sitting behind the computer over there, a therapist. I'm not paid enough for that. To be your therapist in comedy, I think that more therapists should open comedy shows. I think they should do a cold open to a comedy show and say, "Just so you know, this isn't therapy." I asked my therapist if I could live stream the sessions, and she said, "Why don't we see each other twice a week? Why don't we make this a regular thing?" And I said, "Okay, Tracy, okay. But people go viral a lot off of posting clips from therapy. I just can't imagine what that would be like. Like, you're like, before therapy, you're like, what should I say to get engagement on the For You page? What are the hashtags? Do I have to, like, put a robot voice over my therapist? So these are the things that I think about when I'm not here. And I'm so happy to be here. You guys don't even know. This place means so much to me. I want to say that Sunda Kronquist will be back soon. She is the owner and director of this wonderful place. You can see her face all over the wall with all kinds of people.
Yes, Sunda.
Yeah, Sunda, come on. We are gonna be at the Haha again in June, so stay tuned for that. If you're trying to get booked, reach out. Let's see what we can make happen. And I'm excited to make tonight happen. And I'm gonna bring up, you guys love him. Biggest round of applause of the whole night. The one, the only, middle-aged muchacho, Billy Ramirez himself!
Thank you very much. All right. Quick question. Is anyone else here kind of ready to die?
Yes.
Like, I don't mean, like, I'm just, like, you know, maybe, like, not today, but if you were, like, diagnosed with a quick cancer, like a lung cancer or, you know, pancreatic, you know, it's going to take you out quick. Like, is anyone else be like, you know, kind of ready to shut it down already? Anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's, all right. For added context, let me just put it this way. I've already had a terrible week. So just a few hours ago, I was sitting in my car all dressed up, you know, ready to drive to an interview. I took my weekly bath. And then I'm sitting in the car. I had the directions loaded to Hermosa Beach. I was looking for my tunes. And then I get an email saying that my interview has been canceled because they're pursuing another candidate. They literally canceled it 90 minutes before my interview. Final in-person interview. And at that point, I was like, I was in my car. I'm like, I kind of want to drive it into the ocean or find a garage and, you know, just seal the door or something like that. I'm just kind of over it. I'm kind of over the whole thing. But then I saw my neighbor's cat. And then I realized, all right, I'm not over the whole thing. I'm kind of just over capitalism. You know, I'm just like, I'm just over capitalism. But also, I'm also over the fact that I'm a bad capitalist, you know, because if I were a good capitalist, I'd be all yay capitalism. But I'm not a good capitalist, as evidenced by the fact that I'm a middle-aged man pursuing stand-up comedy, which is earning me an average of $3.50 a year. You know, I'm clearly not a capitalist, but, anyway, so I'm just kind of in a mood today, and I don't know. I'm sort of over stuff. Like I kind of want to try fentanyl. Is what I'm saying. I know that there's a fentanyl overdose, but I'm just saying if I ever get to a point where I maybe want to just craft my own exit out of my own volition, like I kind of want to try fentanyl. And the reason for that is because I saw an ad on the back of a bus that I don't know if it was pro-fentanyl or anti-fentanyl. But all it said was one line, one pill, fentanyl kills. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I threw up the devil horns. Like, that sounds friggin' awesome. Like, it sounds like a band named Fentanyl promoting their new single, One Line, One Pill. You know, it's like, as soon as I heard it, as soon as I read it, I heard AC/DC playing in my head. It's like, one line, one pill, dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo, the fentanyl kills. You know, it sounds amazing. Although, whoever came up with that ad might have a situation on their hands later on, or just, you know, just one morning, it's like, we lost another one? Oh, man. Like, I'm sorry. I try to make it sound educational, but it came out sounding freaking awesome, you know? Just, yeah. Yeah, this, you know, looking for a job and all this, you know, makes me think about my career and makes me just think about the past and what if situations and what could have beens and whatnot. And I have to be very honest with you, after an assessment of my life, I kind of miss my drinking problem. Because in 2025, just weed and wine aren't cutting it. You know, it's like a drinking problem feels like he's got your back, you know, in some way. It's like a bad best friend, you know, not a good best friend who will help you thrive, but, you know, a bad best friend who'll just help you just survive. Like, if you just had a bad breakup, you know, your bad best friend's not going to come over and help you pick up the pieces and do something productive with your life. But no, he'll show up drunk with wings and pizza, and you watch sports bloopers all night. And also, he's the reason for your breakup. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It was kind of fun, you know, having a drinking problem, because when you have a drinking problem, you meet other problem drinkers, and then you have little adventures, you know, for sometimes I used to send my friends on adventures. Like, one time I performed this beautiful, just graceful Irish exit out of a bar that we walked to, and literally I just walked home, tucked myself in, just close up shop for the night. And I left my buddy Jeff looking at every dumpster and alley in the area for hours and hours on end. And but then there's also like the time where after another night out with Jeff, I woke up face down on my living room floor, and I had to solve a few mysteries, like number 1, where are my glasses? Number 2, where's my phone? Number 3, I found my phone, but why is there a voicemail from the local police department asking if I want my wallet back? You know, that's a true story. And yeah, it's my drinking problem didn't affect my work, but it certainly affected my motivation to work. But it did improve my improv skills in the office, though. Like the time I walked in Monday morning, just all bruised up and battered, and my boss saw me, and she's like, you know, she did that mom gasp, and then immediately crafted a story about my nascent cycling hobby and how I took out my new bike and just try to go on a new trail, and I fell and whatnot, it's something productive. I didn't tell her that Saturday I had too many SoCo and Cokes and decided I could be a successful stuntman and try to do a front flip over guardrail in a parking lot. To my credit, I nailed the front part. The flip part, not so much. But if there's an upside, is that now my left shoulder is now a weather app. And it's going to rain soon. Yeah, I'm just kind of still got to send out cover letters and resumes and all that. It's exhausting, especially the cover letter part, because I haven't been applying to too many writing jobs, so I don't understand what's the point of a cover letter by now. It's redundant. I already have my resume, my career laid out perfectly in chronological order with skills and all that, and now you want me to turn it into a fairy tale? This is ridiculous. The resume should be enough. Like if you're interviewing to hire a rocket scientist and you get just the most qualified applicant on the resume, like, what are you going to do? Like, I don't like this font. Well, let's go with Derek. He used Helvetica. No, you would hire the qualified person, On the other hand, I'm worried that maybe really unqualified people have been getting jobs just based on their cover letters, Although that would explain a lot of people in leadership positions nowadays. So just imagine you're hiring for a very important position. And you meet the candidate at the interview, and he hands you a resume like, hi, nice to meet you. Your name? Squeeze Nuts. Okay, nice to meet you. Squeeze Nuts. Okay, thank you. Resume. Okay. Oh, boy, Squeeze Nuts. This is the worst resume I've ever seen. It says here that you haven't worked in 28 years. Is that correct? And the last thing you did was run a VHS rental store in Davenport, Iowa? Is that? I got to tell you, Squeeze Nuts. Based on this resume, I don't have anything for you. But this cover letter, whoo, boy, if I may borrow a word from your cover letter, I was enraptured. Okay, so just based on your cover letter alone, I'm gonna offer you the job. Congratulations. Tomorrow morning, you start as head of pediatrics here at Cedars-Sinai. I hope that's never happened. But anyways, I'm too old to be blaming my parents, but I'm a middle-aged comedian, so clearly they didn't do honor roll work. It's like my parents, they tried their best. They're they're immigrants from Mexico, barely literate, and they try their best. But sometimes someone's best could be a D-, and they did all right because my brother is successful. He's an architect in Honolulu, and muy chingón, órale. But he got to move away for college. Meanwhile, I stayed back to receive all the remaining chanclazos that they had still pent up, So there I was. Probably had a chance to be a doctor or a lawyer, but I probably got chanclazoed like two times too many into a liberal arts degree, Yeah, so I ended up with a communication degree from Santa Clara University, but I don't know. I'm just wired to be attracted to jobs where it's impossible to make money in, like stand-up comedy and drumming and writing and whatnot. And at one point, I wanted to be a pilot, an airline pilot. Like that would have been fun, but I've realized I'm not wired to be an airline pilot. Have you ever heard air traffic? Have you ever heard air traffic control without the subtitles? It's a hell on earth. It sounds like Darth Vader talking through an N95 mask in a windstorm. Like I'd be in the cockpit, like, what? Could you repeat that? I don't get it. Open the cockpit door, like, does anyone have a pen? I need a pen if you want me to land this goddamn thing. But no, I majored in communications from Santa Clara University. I don't take my degree for granted. It's nice to have a degree, but I should have seen the signs though, because number one, I did. It was my fallback. I was a computer science major to start with, and I ran out of math by the time I got to college. So I was like, I'll do something easy, communication. And then while I was in college, pursuing my communication degree, The Simpsons had an episode. It was literally the second episode of the millennium. Okay, where The kicker for Springfield University injures his leg in the big rivalry game. And in the locker room, Dr. Julius Hibbert tries to comfort the poor kicker, and he tells him, "Oh, I'm afraid you'll never play football again. At least you can fall back on your degree in communication. Oh, dear Lord, no." And the kicker goes, "Yes, I know he's a funny major. Lubchenko learned nothing." That joke is funny to me again because it is said that comedy is tragedy plus time. And, well, enough time has passed, and the tragedy is a communication degree. So thank you. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me on Instagram at middleagedmuchacho and at billyramirez.com. Please welcome back to the stage, Samantha Linderman.
Keep it going for Billy, everybody.
Billy!
At least you got a fucking degree, man. Let's put our hands together for that.
Yeah.
So, some of us cosplayed college, and you're looking at one. I would go to parties in my college town that I dropped out of and moved back to and then left. And people would be like, "What's your major?" And I would say life. And people would eat that shit up. Like, I could have my pet rat on my shoulder at a party and say I majored in life, and people would be like, "You're doing the right thing. You're doing what I should be doing." And I'm like, "Fuck you. Like, you're an engineering major. Telling me and my pet rat to keep going like this. That's not right." Me and Chester Ravioli against the world. Living our best life. I took him to one party. I wasn't that crazy. I took him to one party, and then I would walk him on my shoulder, like in the morning, and I'd see somebody walking their dog, and I'd be like, "I know, right?" Like, I would pretend it's the same thing, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" Dog people get so offended when you compare their chihuahua to a rat, but I don't know what that's. They're really sweet. I'm not gonna stand up here and say it's normal to have a pet rat, but they're better than hamsters. Like objectively better than a pet hamster. You know, much better than a pet cockroach. You never adopt a cockroach, but they come around and they stay around. And then, you know, I'm like, maybe they're eating the spiders. I don't know how that works. Okay, I don't know why I said that. Manic Monday. Okay. I love this guy. He is hilarious. Put your hands together for the very funny Ricky O! Let's go, Ricky.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just came back from San Francisco recently, and the first thing I went to go do when I got there was gamble. Yeah. Funny thing, I was with somebody, I was with a passenger, and it was my homie, basically. And he was the one who wanted to go gamble at first. He thought they had slot games, stuff like that, but, it was more of a, pie gow, more of a, But we ended up going in there. I played some baccarat. I lose my $40 that I said I was gonna stop at. I get $100 worth in chips. And keep in mind, my friend has not played the entire time. He's watching me fucking lose. Yeah, so I get up there, and like I said, I play a game of Pai Gow. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then after that, I try my luck in some 3-card poker. Anybody good at that? No. Yeah, I didn't know I was either. But shit, yeah, I ended up losing at first a couple of games, and in one hand I ended up winning $450. Yeah, it was a 45-1 payout off of $10, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look over at the guy next to me. He's like, "Hurry, get out of here!" He's an Asian dude, He's like, "Go home, get a wife, start a family." No, but yeah, that was pretty cool. It was fun. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We went to go eat some seafood after. Yeah, but that was that. But that's, I think, how I got some fucking issues. I go to San Francisco. The first place I go is a casino. Yeah, I think it really is like doing stand up. And I used to be in the program too. I used to be in AA, NA, all that shit. And used to be. Nah, thanks. Yeah, nah. My thing was meth. Actually, I used to get high on meth a lot. Yeah, I used to do a lot of hot rails, and for those who don't know, that doesn't have anything to do with skateboarding. No. But no, I wanted to say shit. My bad, I was trailing off for a second. But yeah, Anyway, it's Cinco de Mayo today. Anybody got any plans today? Anybody get fucked up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some wings after this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try to fly. Nah, this is my third time up on a stage, and like, yeah, the first time was really fucking fun. Yeah, I'm gonna just talk because I paid, you know, and I'm up here. You guys are just gonna fucking listen to me. You guys are like hostage right now.
Yeah, Ricky.
Nah, but yeah, the first time was really cool, and shit. This first time was really fun. I did it here, you know. It was really cool. I feel like I did a lot better than well, actually this is my fourth time up, but than any of the times I did, and it's crazy. But I don't know. I think I'm a little hyped for wherever shit. I'm just trying to get comfortable on stage from now on. Yeah, I like it here a lot.
Yeah.
I like it here a lot. Yeah. When I was in elementary school, I think like in 5th grade, I remember Michael Jackson dying. Right, it was like 2010, something like that. R.I.P. But yeah, but I was never into Michael Jackson until after he died. It was weird. Like I got really into it. I showed up at school on the first day with the hat I found and a sparkly glove. I started fucking moonwalking through the hallways, and I got written up for it. Nah. Yeah, I guess they didn't let Michael Jackson. They didn't let me around any other kids for a while either. It was strange. Yeah. So I got a bunch of tattoos recently on my head.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are pro tattoos or not. Yeah. But yeah. Ever since I got them, I think I got a lot funnier for some reason. Because whenever I try to go in someplace and ask for a job, they laugh in my face and ask me if I'm joking. But yeah, I got court next week too, dude. It was for some. I do graffiti part time. Yeah. I guess I'm not done messing up my life yet. Nah, but I really hope it goes good. I'm scared of shitless. I remember the first time I went to jail. I've only done like weeks in jail at a time, and only like twice basically. But the first time I went, I didn't have any tattoos, and they gave me a bar of soap on a rope and told me not to drop it. It said, for your safety, do not drop this. Hold on to this for your life. And now, this time around, I went with tattoos on my head. They gave me a shank. They gave me a shank and they left me in charge of the dorm. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. For sure. How much time do I have left? 4:30. Okay. Anybody got any topics you want to throw at me? Politics? Oh shit! I do not watch the news. I'm like a fucking ostrich. I put my head in the ground and I just hope everything's all right. I'm like, no, but yeah, I do not watch it. Does anybody here watch a lot of the news and shit or what? Yeah.
Yeah. My dad.
Yeah. Anybody here like a flat earther? Are you flat earther, sir? Are you sure? I've been trying to. Well, I guess I'm not really trying too hard because I'm not in any dating apps or anything. But you know, every now and then I try to compliment girls. You know, and like, I don't know how to like. As a dude with tits, it's hard to compliment a woman on her boobs too, because I'm afraid that if I say, hey, you have a nice rack or whatever, you know, whatever the fuck you say, she's like, hey, you too, dude. I'm like, fuck, bitch. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna end it right now. I wasn't really planning to come up. Kind of was pushed up here. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you. I liked. I needed to get up here and to get my reps in. Thank you guys again. I don't have any social media or anything. I'm a hobbit. No. No, I'm off all that stuff. But you'll see me here. Yeah. Thank you.
Keep it going for Ricky, everybody. It is about getting comfortable up here. Come in. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh. Capital H. Hey everybody. I love fucking with Hunter. It's like my favorite thing. But you're so funny. You have such great material and you have great delivery. So Trust yourself.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for me, like, the first time, oh my God, now it's therapy, huh? No, for me, the first time I went on stage, I was like, yo, I killed it, whatever. And then the next, like, 15 times, I was like, what the fuck, man? So I think it's, like, the first time you go up, you don't put that, like, pressure on yourself. You're like, I'm just doing it, whatever. So I think if you bring that same energy where it's like, we're doing things that people dream of doing their whole life and they never get the nerve to do. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you.
in the city of angels, baby. Speaking of angels, I love this next comedian. She's stolen my heart. She's gonna steal yours. She's fucking hilarious. Put your hands together for the one, the only Maddie Odashi, everybody! Come on.
I always love coming here. Sam's always so nice. Can you tell that to my dad, please? My name is Maddie Odashi. How are you guys doing? How are we doing? Yeah? Awesome. Love it. I have something to tell you guys. I'm an overeater. No, I know this is not Overeaters Anonymous, but everyone was talking about AA, so I had to say something. I actually, I never had an addiction. My mom did. She just passed it down to me because I was born with cocaine in my body. People say that explains the ADHD. I call them a-holes. I'm going to try my best not to curse through this set. I tend to do that a lot. So hopefully my pops will follow through, and if I do curse, he'll yell at me. So that does hold up. But as I said, I am an overeater. But I am proud to say that I lost 4 pounds. Thank you. It wasn't by choice. Taco Bell doesn't support DEI. Man, this whole DEI thing is crazy. The one place that I go to buy clothes, I can't go to anymore. All right? I have these skinny friends, right? Always tell me, hey, Maddie, I got this cute top at H&M, these cute jeans at Forever 21. And then they have to point out, they're like, oh my God, Maddie, you're wearing this cute outfit. Where did you get it? And I just look at them, I'm like, Walmart. Save money, live better. Actually, I have to say, I'm pretty happy that Trump is back in office. Because my whole family gets a free trip to Mexico. Yeah, we're going first class on ICE Airlines. Jealous? Has anyone ever worked in customer service? Okay. So you've been to therapy. You have too. I mean, you have tattoos on your head, so yeah. No, I love the ink, man. I love ink.
Yeah, thanks. I was gonna say it's cool too.
Thanks, man. Oh, I love it. I get so nervous when I get complimented. I'm like, ah! Anyways. Oh. I had hopes and dreams once. I looked forward to the future. You know, it's really when I got my first job. You know what I mean? Like, you're full of this wide-eyed hopefulness. You know, like when Obama was first elected. I worked at Ralph's. But what I didn't know is that there is a difference between Ralph's and Hood Ralph's. I worked at the Ralph's in downtown LA.
Oh, well, that's where everything's free.
Man, I thought I recognized you. Next time, pull up your pants, dog. Seriously. Oh, my goodness. I like this guy. I like you. All right. Let's see. I lost my place, but that's okay.
Hood Ralph's.
Hood Ralph's. Thank you, Patty. Patty, you and I are always, like, right there. I've met this guy twice. Anyways, my first day on the job. My first day, there was this big woman that walks into the store, and I'm saying she's so big that you can smell the chafing. I can say that joke. I have fat friends. She walks right up to the registers, and she's just staring around. Keep in mind, I'm over here. Right? I'm bagging orders. And I do the one thing you are never supposed to do. I make eye contact. This woman pulls down her pants and lets loose the floodgates. Just
Excuse me.
And then she just walks away. Walks away. My manager walks over to me. She hands me a mop and she says, "Your turn, baby girl. Welcome to Ralph's." I puff up my chest and I look at her and I say, "Absolutely not. I am not cleaning that up." Wouldn't it be actually good if I actually said that to her? No, I didn't. I took the broom like a good little employee and, not the broom. Oops, the mop. Imagine if they clean up piss with a mop. That's counterproductive, no? Oh, the next day, that same woman comes back into the store. Just comes back in, making a whole scene. Security's, trying not to let her through. And she's just yelling like, "Oh, you not letting me in. Oh, I see why you not letting me in. You not letting me in because I'm black." She was white, by the way. And my manager comes up. She comes over and she's like, "What's going on? What's going on? Huh? You're not allowed in, Maddie. She's not allowed in here. You don't want to know why? You want to tell her why, Maddie?" And I'm just over here like, "No, I don't. Please." "I'm not letting you in because this isn't R. Kelly's freak off. This ain't a pissin' party. Get out of my store." "Oh, you a race trader, huh? You one of them Oreos. This is ridiculous." "Boss, that doesn't happen every day, does it?" "Baby, let me explain something to you. This is Ralph's, where dreams go to die." Man, this is fun. I love being up on this stage, man. This is great. Oh, so I'm actually very lucky. I have a father that's with me at every performance. Love you. We love supportive fathers. I remember the very first time I told him I was going to do stand-up. He was so proud of me. He's like, "You got this. I believe in you. I'm with you 100% of the way." I'm going to start crying.
Hell yeah.
And then I told my other dad. And I said, "Dad, I'm going to start something amazing. I think it could really benefit me. And I'm just so excited, Dad." This man looks at me and he goes, "Sweetheart, you're starting Ozempic." That night I cut myself. A piece of cake. Yes, come on. Oh, man. For those of you who actually want to do comedy, I'm with you all the way. And for those who know what else you want to do with your life, I want to say it must be nice to be my dad's favorite. But I want to say, Dad, you know what, Dad? I am starting this. I'm proud of this. I'm starting my own journey to type 2 diabetes. Do you, boo-boo, is crazy, you skinny bitch. Oh, anyways, hey, I love you, Hunter. Like, you and I are right here, but not like me and Patty. Me and Patty are like right here. Absolutely. So, I've always had a complicated relationship when it comes to food. And as many of you can tell, I like men. Damn it, I try to hold my laughter with that heart. Anyways, but the combination of the two has always messed me up. And I guess what I'm trying to ask is, have you ever had a sex dream about Chef Boyardee? No. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But let's say I did. Hypothetically, let's say I did. It was very confusing. Simply because it was a private dinner. Okay, this is the dream that's hypothetical that didn't happen. It was a private dinner. And I am sitting down and I see Chef. And I'm not talking young Chef. I'm saying picture as is, gray and everything. I say, "Chef, is dinner ready?" He doesn't say a word. He walks He walks over and he puts down a plate of ravioli. And as you know, at this point, my nipples are hard. Yes. And simply, I get up, push everything off the table, everything, and we start going at it. We're taking off each other's clothes. Yes, we're taking off each other's clothes. I rip open his chef's jacket. The only thing that's on him is his top hat. I rip it open, and then his full chest of hair. Here's the thing. His hair was noodles. I get down on my knees and I rip open his pants and behold his meatballs. Here's the thing though, they were actually meatballs. And I look up and I say, yes, chef. Yes. And that's where the dream ends. But here's the thing, guys. As I'm telling the story to you now, I'm hungry, but I'm also horny. My name's Maddie O'Dashy. Thank you. You can find me at Maddie OE Comedy on Instagram. Welcome Sam back to the stage, everyone. Sam, come on. Thank you.
Come on, Maddie, everybody.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. This ravioli talk.
Oh, Sam, stop.
I mean, it has me thinking about, anybody here ever been to Italy?
Yes. No, I mean.
Fuck Italy. Drop a freaking F-bomb on Italy. Not the place. Not the place. Like, not the country, but like the restaurant at Century City. You would think like Italy, they probably have really good pasta. I ordered this ravioli.
Yeah.
Big bowl, 6 to 7 noodles. It's green on the inside, clear sauce. There's olives in it. I don't know why I did this. Like before I bring up the next meal, like, let me just make you guys vomit a little bit. But it was like the worst ravioli in my life, and I've never sent a dish back in my life. I know I look like I might have, but I've never, I swear. Because my mom does it and it embarrasses me, but I'm getting to that age where it's like you understand your parents, you feel guilty, whatever. You're like, fuck. But I got the server and I was like, listen, you don't have to really do anything. I told her, I was like, listen, there's nothing you have to do, but just some feedback. I said I couldn't eat this. Like, I couldn't, like, physically, I couldn't eat it. And it's so funny. My dad says that when he has a clear plate, like, not even a drop of sauce on the plate. Like, he'll say to the waitress, like, how was it? And he's like, I couldn't eat a thing. And, like, 9 out of 10 times they laugh. And then one time this woman was like, oh my God, let me get my manager, like, we will fix this, whatever. And it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. He had to be like, no, I ate all of it, and I ate my wife's dish too. But speaking of eating, this comedian eats every time he comes on stage. He's fantastic. You know him. You love him. Put your hands together for Patty, everybody!
Hey, can you guys, can you keep it going for Patty? Because it's taking me a while to get up here.
Don't give up, Patty. You're almost there.
One more time for Sam Lenderman! Look at you, a whole bunch of, look, Patty, I explained to you the day that happened that my mother had been drinking 4 Locos. Oh. And she was very upset because you guys took the red box away. So, normally she has a shy bladder. I do not know what happened.
You're right, Patty.
But I do apologize. Somebody was talking about the Rick and Morty underwear. Was that you with the Rick and Morty? Yeah, so what coincidence, because right now I'm wearing Pinky in the Brain crotchless panties. Yeah. Hold on, there's an explanation for it. What kind of a fucking pervert you think I'm just going to wear Pinky in the Brain crotchless panties just willy-nilly for no reason? Yeah. I'll tell you why. We've been celebrating my wife. Now allows me to make noise during sex. Wow. Just not enough so I wake her up. Yeah. I'll get in trouble. Let's tell you fucking guys something. I can't smoke you young folks weed. It's not fucking, that young folks, it's like fucking China, much stronger than when I was a kid. You know, I'm fucked up. I'm up here before you all fucked up. And I wanted to tell you, this is a very special month, May, because May is take a homophobe to lunch month. Now, hold on. We've struck lunch. It's brunch. Why brunch? Brunch is a gateway meal. Brunch is the gayest meal that there is. Brunch will move the homophobe, and I'm not talking about your aunt's brunching. I'm talking about the brunch at the Queen Mary on Santa Monica and La Jolla. All right? I want full-on drag queens, because anybody who's still homophobic in 2025 just hasn't met the right homo yet. Yeah. You meet a couple of homos, you find out, charming motherfuckers. Really. I adore them. Really, it's just a matter of time before they're going to warm up and just figure out that it's just how you get it's how you farm your orgasm. That's it. It's no big deal. That's just what makes you go gah. You know, that's all. No big deal. You know. Oh. I love the fact that the LGBTQIA. I'm sorry if I missed any letters. Has refused Kanye's application. Yes. They said no. Do you know the LGBTQ have only refused one other application? It was Kevin Spacey. Remember him? Remember him? He got he too'd. That's when you're me too'd by a dude. Remember? They said, oh no, They said no, we won't have you. But you know, good news is for Kanye is the Nazis are still interested. Oh, he's big on the Nazi stuff. He likes the brand. Or so he wants to get some synergy with the two brands, you know. But look, here's the deal. First of all, it's rumored that he was seen at a West Hollywood swastika pancake breakfast over the weekend with Scott Baio and two very proud, hot, proud boys. Or two very hot, proud boys. I'm not sure. But what the point is, and you've got to look on the bright side, all right? Because think about that. If that's true, even Nazis are more inclusive now. Oh, think about it. Think about it for a second. I mean, he wouldn't have qualified for membership during Hitler's time. They had very stringent guidelines. Okay, I agreed. No Hitler humor. I apologize. I agreed. I just want to say something. I want to say something positive. Okay. So I'm going to look on the bright side. I want to look on the bright side of record U.S. child obesity levels. I want to look at that. Okay? Because now, American kids are fucking more difficult to kidnap than ever. Okay? And I said, no, hold on a second. They're very difficult. And it used to be a one-man, one-van job. You know, you pull up, slide it open, grab them, the kid, you're fucking gone. Now, these fucking heifers, there's a very high incidence of lower back injury among these kidnappers, and I don't have any insurance. Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, what I'm trying to say, really what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to look at what I wrote. Hey, man, working. Oh, here it is. Can we get a round of applause? First of all, a lot of professions haven't come all the way back from COVID. Lap dancers, pole dancers. But I'm not here to defend them. I want a round of applause from you bastards for the hardworking men and women of the massage industry, shall we? Rubbing away our aches and pains. God bless them. I remember I'm from a very terminally Catholic upbringing, so I'm ashamed of my body as God intended. Right. So I came out here, I had never had a massage. I'd have a dubious back rub from Father Milligan, but that's a different story. It's a long story. He was a passive-aggressive power about him, and I'll tell you about that later. So what my point was what was my point? Oh yeah, the hardworking men and women of the massage sector, that sector, because here's the deal. I, as a young, sheltered Midwestern lad, I come out here within one day. I'm in the massage room. Got to get me up on these fucking massages. And I'm there, and the masseuse, he says, take off all your clothes, which I thought was odd because it was a foot massage. So I did, and I said, well, my clothes are in my arms. I said, where should I put my clothes? He said, just put them in the corner next to mine. So, Put him in the corner of the which, by the way, I will say something. You know, was it awkward? Yes, it was fucking awkward, okay? It's awkward. Was there a lot of unnecessary eye contact? Yes, there was way, way too much. Way too much. But still, after all these years, probably the second best hand job I've ever had in my life. Second, yeah. I look back with fondly, in a way. Fondly, I look back at him.
Was the first best one Father Paul?
I'm not saying anything, but you've obviously been reading my journal. Is it okay to play Shabazi at the cookout? No, it's not. That's very out of the cookout if you play Shabazi at the cookout. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. I may never have been to a P. Diddy freak-off, but I spent a 3-day weekend in Ron Jeremy's hot tub. Remember him, the hedgehog? Remember the hedgehog of love, Ron Jeremy? Yeah. Actually, I wound up involved in a reverse cowgirl dismount gone terribly wrong. Never let a rodeo clown get on top. And what happened was I wound up with a condition that's called Peroni's. Peroni's. Are you familiar with the Peroni's? It sounds like a delicious lunch special at the Olive Garden, but that's not what it is. It means my cock is bent. It's a bent cock thing. I don't want you to get a mental picture. You're looking a little this. Stay. Keep your eye. My eyes are up here. Yeah, to the left, a little bit to the left. But that's okay. That's like my politics. You ever drive past a building where you got laid in 1987 and your wife is sitting next to you and she says, "What's up with the smile, Patty?" Oh my God. And I say, "I'm so fucking lonely. I'm so fucking lonely." And then she says, she cut down on fucking sexual positions. Down on sexual positions, she cut down to just 3, Maddie, which is fine, but 2 of them don't involve me at all. Why am I paying for private Pilates instructions? Now listen, I'm going to wind this up. You guys, I'm going to do some winding up right now, and I want to say something. My ex-wife, who, for legal reasons, I must refer to as plaintiff, was a very funny woman. Hot and funny. And I'm just going to say something. I love hot, funny women. Funny women, to me, are fucking sexy. That's what I'm saying. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is even the funny women of today, I think, are even funnier. And much like the Britney Spears of today or a koala bear, much more likely to have chlamydia. Damn it, you stepped on my line. But that's okay. But you guys have been okay. Adequate. What about, I'm going to see what I got here. I said, do you know the difference? I'm going to close with this. Are you sad to see me go?
Yes.
Are you sad to see me go? Do you know the difference between Alzheimer's and amnesia?
No.
Oh, come on. You guys have been adequate. I've been Patty. Let's clap it up and let's bring Sam back up to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Sam Linderman. Pow.
Keep it going for Patty. I know that friends don't abide by HIPAA, but I didn't think Patty was going to come up here and bring up my chlamydia. But no, I'm kidding. Stop. I'm like, is he going to make a joke about me? But Britney Spears and koalas. I stepped on your line. I went, what?
Today and koala bears.
Of tomorrow.
And much more likely to have chlamydia.
And trending. They're both trending on IG as we speak. Chlamydia.
Was the name of a girl I sat next to in 7th grade.
Yeah. So you cheated off her tests?
I did.
Okay. I believe it. Put it together for smart, funny, explorative women. There's none left to bring to the stage, but I love this next guy. He's so funny. I'm so glad he's back here. Please give a big round of applause for the one and only Pro.
All right. I was trying to memorize my set before this, but I took a nap, and
Yeah, me too.
yeah. I took a nap, but I was playing a recording of my set. I was like, oh, I'll memorize it in my sleep, right? But what happened was I had a dream where a bunch of other comedians were doing my jokes, and I was like, oh my god, like I thought I was going insane. I was like, that's my joke. What? Anyway. They're saying comedians are like the new philosophers. Have you heard this saying? Yeah. So I'm not referring to myself as a comedian. I'm doing some philosophizing up here today. But yeah, philosophers used to be like so respected, but now it's comedians with their podcasts. Like Aristotle, his debates were never interrupted by a Manscaped ad. You know? He wasn't like, oh, is your dick too soft? Try Blue Chew. Like, you know? Yeah, so I don't know if we're really the philosophers, but it's good to be back on stage. You know? Yeah. Sometimes like people get a little nervous up here, but you know what they say, like picture the audience naked. Have you heard this? What kind of horny psychopath came up with this idea? If you guys were all naked, I would go insane. I'd be like, why are they naked? If anything, I'm picturing you all with more clothes on. Like no clothes, none? No, I'm picturing you dressed as nuns. Yeah. They also say like laughter is the best medicine, but not in LA. In LA, the best medicine is Ozempic. Yeah. Like so many of my friends, they're like running half marathons to lose weight, but there's a new workout you could do. It's just that. That's all you need to do. Yeah, and you could still like eat hot Cheetos, lay on the couch, call yourself a fitness guru. Just take a pill. It's crazy. I think it's good, but it's kind of weird, right? And if you take Ozempic, then you could just get full off of one $19 Erewhon strawberry. Yeah. You guys go to Erewhon?
Yeah. I used to work
there. No? Oh, you do? Patty goes to Erewhon?
I go there with my wife.
Okay. Nice. I don't really go much, but every once in a while. This is more of a Ralph's crowd, probably. I go to Ralph's too. But when I first heard Erewhon, I thought this person was saying like Air Juan. I was like, is that like a knockoff Air Jordan? You know? Who is Juan? Why does he have his own store? My mom used to buy me like knockoff stuff. I was like, Mom, this doesn't say Burberry. This says Brubbery. Come on. What's your favorite Erewhon item, Patty?
The $40 seedless watermelon.
$40 seedless watermelon. Damn. Wow.
It's a $40 seedless watermelon.
That's crazy. My favorite is like the gluten-free Oreo alternatives. I bet in 5 years they're about to have Ozempic Oreos. One bite, you're full all week. Yeah. I'm turning 30. Thank you. Been doing some reflecting, turning 30. I grew up in New Jersey, so being in LA is kind of weird because I'm not used to people being nice. You know, in New Jersey, like no one in LA has told me to go fuck myself. But in New Jersey, go fuck yourself is like good morning. Yeah, it's like good morning, how are you? Go fuck yourself. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, but you guys have heard this, but like people in LA are like fake nice, right? Mm-hmm. They're even like fake nice when it comes to driving. Like I've never been flipped off, but I have gotten a thumbs up driving. But then he turned it down. So he was like, good job, psych. Like, oh, you really got me. I've also gotten like a finger wag. It's like no. Like, what are you, my middle school teacher? Like, just flip me off. It's okay. But yeah, that would make me feel more comfortable. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I grew up in New Jersey, like the Jersey Shore. Did you guys watch that show? Yeah. Who's your favorite Jersey Shore cast? Snooki, of course. I thought you were maybe more of a JWoww person, honestly. Yeah, it was a weird time because they were like, oh, we're gonna put a bunch of Italians from Staten Island and film it in your town. I was like, okay, it's interesting. And then it people ask me like, oh, is it like the show? But it became like the show because of it. It was like kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I forgot what I was gonna say here. We kind of manifested being trashy. Yeah. I remember they would like promote the clubs from the show, and they had this one sign that said like, it was about the clubs. It said, good girls go to Club Karma, bad girls go to Club Aztec. And I was like, who is going to the Jersey Shore and calling themselves a good girl. Like, is she showing up with books and glasses? Is she like knitting in the corner of the club? Like, who is doing this? But yeah, they would also have these, like, one thing that's in common with LA and the Jersey Shore is like the boardwalk t-shirts and clothing. Like, they have these shorts in both places that just say "spank me." Like, I was like, who is buying this? And my friend was like, no, it's not the locals who's buying it, it's the tourists. I was like, what do you mean? Like, some Italian guy's just like, oh, a spank-a-me. What? No one's buying those. I know that was like kind of like, sounded like a Mario and Luigi, but that was my Italian. I studied abroad in Italy, so I can do that impression. Yeah, so I'm turning 30, and your priorities change when you turn 30. Like, I remember when I first moved to LA, people were like, "Oh, I'm going to a celebrity party," and I thought that was like so cool, going to a celebrity party. But now, ever since like the Diddy stuff, I'm like, that's not that cool anymore. I'm like, oh, you're going to a celebrity party? Like, how many bottles of baby oil do you have? I have to work on the punchline there. But yeah, I've been trying to like get out my comfort zone, So I did this thing called rejection therapy. Have you guys done this? Yeah. Have you guys heard of this? Sorry. Basically, it's like you try and get people to say no. So you're like asking for I asked for a free coffee. I asked to make a video for a free car. And so you're pretty much just asking for free stuff, but no one thinks it's like interesting, or you're getting outside your comfort zone. They just think you're broke when you do that. Yeah. But it does help, right? Rejection. It helps with dating. It helps with comedy. I feel like comedy and stand-up is kind of like a first date, right? You're kind of like on a first date with the audience. Just in stand-up, you're allowed to trauma dump. Yeah. Anyone here get any good trauma dumping for them? Yeah. Has someone trauma dumped to you?
Yes.
What do they say?
Ooh, that their dad died and it was their fault.
Oh my god. Damn.
That was the weirdest first date ever.
On a first date.
Yeah.
Damn, they're really just putting all their cards on the table. They're like,
I probably shouldn't have slept with them, but it was.
damn, okay. Yeah. But stand-up is like dating. Stand-up is kind of like dating, right? Like, if you bomb, you don't do well up here. It's kind of like getting ghosted, except it's in person. But yeah, I've been trying to be more responsible. Like, I'm not doing situationships. Sworn off. Situationships. A situationship is kind of like playing a game where you don't know the rules, and if you ask what the rules are, you lose, because they break up with you. Oh shoot, I got the light right. Yeah. What's like the longest situationship someone has been in here?
18 years.
18 years.
6 months.
6 months. Damn, 6 months. 6 months, friends with benefits. Damn. At that point, like, the benefits should be like healthcare. But we've all been there. We all got commitment issues. You spend 45 minutes looking for a show to watch on Netflix. You could have watched an episode. In the same way, people are in a situationship for 9 months. Could have had a baby. Apparently, how much time do we have?
1:30.
Okay. Apparently, situationships happen because people are avoidant attached. Have you heard the term avoidant attached? That's why people you're avoidant attached. You're like, hell yeah, very proud of it. Very proud of being avoidant attached. But they say that's why people ghost or bad texters. But they have the term for this now, avoidant attached. But the term used to be being an asshole. Now you're avoidant attached. You know who loves situationships? Old people. Like retirement homes got a lot of situationships. STDs are rapidly rising in retirement homes. So nurses are teaching sex ed. So nurses literally have to be like, keep your pants off, Gertrude. Yeah. I think that's all I got. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Keep it going for Prav, everybody. He's so funny. I love when he brings up the Jersey Shore. Do you guys really watch that show? Yeah. Billy's like, fuck no. There's fighting in it. You would like it. There's wrestling. Yeah.
That's all I know.
Well, yeah. He's sober. He has his own rehab now. I think it's true. It's true. It's called. He's like, are you in a bad situation? Go to my rehab. I love that show. Prov, did you see the season when they went to Italy?
I actually didn't watch that one. I stopped after the Miami.
You need to watch them. Go to Italy. It's like a horror movie, but like 12 episodes. I was just watching like an interview of this woman who. Does anybody remember? Okay, I shouldn't be talking this much, but like, do you remember when Polly's like, she stalked my life on the boardwalk? You remember that? She stalked my life on the boardwalk. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I need to go home and write this one. But anyways, spoiler alert: she didn't stalk his whole life on the boardwalk. They just made it out to be like that. And she had to leave the country. She had so much hate. So I don't know. Like, I was looking back and I was like, that's not so nice. Because you, like, anyway, I have to talk to you after the show. There's so much to catch up on. But speaking of catching up after the show, you guys should all catch up after the show and learn more about the fantastic, the funny, our own producer tonight, Aaron McIntyre!
Yeah, thank you. Aaron!
I'm thinking about you all naked right now. I'm looking out, there's some talent. There's some talent here. And I am gonna trauma dump all over you, motherfucker.
So hot.
Isn't that hot? Yeah. I actually brought my phone so I can actually look at shit. So who knows? I'm going to try to work on something. So yeah. Story some of you have heard. During the pandemic, went out and took care of my mom for 6 months. And this is usually where people clap. You know, I mean, come on, you know, what are you, fucking heartless or something, you know? It's like you give it up for recovery, but not for taking care of your mother.
Surprised you had a mother.
Oh, I know. Well, I don't anymore. Thanks very much for reminding me. And ruining my punchline. Fuck. Yeah, she was. She had a really dark sense. She would have loved that joke, by the way. She had a very dark sense of humor. Oh, like one time I was pretending to be a secret agent, you know, and I was doing that thing where you run up to something and you go, and you jump over it. Like you're a fucking secret agent, you know, like a railing or something. I did that on the back of our couch. And, yeah, my mom came in one time and she was like, don't talk. No, she didn't ever do that. She would go, don't jump on that couch. And that was enough. You know, she didn't have to yell. She never had to yell. She was the matriarch. She was in charge. She used to say about my father, he wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful. So she was full of flowery things like that all the time. You know, she was a great mom. She was very warm when she was laying on top of me after she passed out. You know, no, she never passed out. She just got really drunk and would say, "Wait, shake your little butt, shake your little butt." Fucking embarrassed me. It was fucking really annoying. So anyway, so one day I decided I'm going to do it, whether she likes it or not. You know, she's in another part of the house. So I ran and I jumped and my foot got caught on the back of the couch and I went boom, knocked myself out cold. So I'm unconscious on the living room floor. And I wake up to this sound. And And I thought it was like part of waking up from being blacked out. But no, it was my mother. She was standing over me with a vacuum cleaner, vacuuming around my head. And she goes, I told you not to climb and jump on that couch. So, which was really weird, you know. I mean, you'd think you see your kid laying on the floor, knocked out. You know, the first thing is, oh, I better clean up, you know, and go get the fucking vacuum cleaner. You know, you don't put water, maybe a little sprinkle of water or something. You know, maybe pick him up. Oh, honey, sweetheart. Maybe take him to the doctor. No. She did keep me up for 8 hours after that. No, you can't go to sleep, because if you go to sleep, you ain't never wake up. So that was really fun. Oh, shit. Where did I go with that? Where did I find the other thing? Yeah. Okay, so I went to a writing workshop this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and God, man, I got to tell you, it was so much fucking. It was so great. It was so great to hear from a professional writer who's writing on big shows and stuff, and then to work with Dustin. It's a D, Dustin. So I have written here, warm mother incest. I'm not really sure what that was, but it was a note from Dustin, so blame him. Vacuuming, something about vacuuming abandonment. Yeah, I went out to take care of her, so I took care of her for 6 months, and, I mean, she was 98. She was 98 years old and wasn't on one any kind of medication. No medication whatsoever. Yes, another applause for Mom. Thank you, Mom, for not making me parse out all of those fucking pills. So I was there for 6 months. I feel 98, after doing that. It was pretty bad. And, it was a lot of work for my inheritance, which is going to be a Robert F. Kennedy commemorative plate. A little bit much for that. And elder, this is one from Sam. Elder abuse isn't that bad because she didn't hit very hard. And one of the other things she would used to do, she would lay in bed for hours. I swear to God, hours. This is what I had to listen to. Goodbye. 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 She'd just say it every possible way she could, hoping that she'd hit the right frequency or, do the right combination of inflection or something to be taken up to the angels. And it never worked until one day she went, hello! And that was it. She was gone. It was done. She was dead. She was dead. Yeah, she used. We never used to be able to curse when I was a kid, like at all. We couldn't say hell. I remember one time I did the Danny had a steamboat, the steamboat had a bell. Danny stepped upon it, or no, Danny went to heaven, the steamboat went to hell. As soon as I said hell, my brother went smack and knocked me my fucking teeth out. You don't say hell. It was like it was in a song, It wasn't like I was walking around going, you go to hell, bitch. It was just a hello, operator, except for I paused after the hell. But anyway, so we wouldn't allow any kind of cursing except for your father wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful. She could curse all she wanted, but anyway, so when she's 98, she couldn't see, so I got her these audio books because she loved to have the mysteries and the westerns. So I order them, and of course I can't check them out to see what they're like. So I just put them on, and she'd just be laying there in a little lounge chair, which she did all the time. And eating ice cream sandwiches and drinking Dr. Pepper. And, one time I went in the other room, I came back in, and the guy's going, and then he slid his hand down her spine, the sweat soaking her buttocks. He reached around, poking it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what have I done? Oh, my God. she's going to fucking flip out. So I just left. I was like, well, I'm not going to stop it because maybe she's asleep. Maybe she's not hearing it, or, who knows. So anyway, I came in about a couple hours later after she was done. I said, how was the book? And she goes, oh, it was very colorful. And I thought, yeah, that's the color of love, baby. You missed out. I got to work on that one. There's something there. Billy, you were talking about stupid questions. Some of my stupid questions that people have are, will that be all? When you walk up to a counter, it's like, what do you think? You think I'm just going to keep coming back? And it's like, no, I want somebody to bring me some milk and some eggs. If you could bring me some gummy bears. I love gummy bears. Don't you love gummy bears? I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the applause. That's one. The other one is just, can I help you? Can I help you? It's like every time I go, no, nobody can help me. And then I run away. Kind of freaks them out a little bit, but. And the other one is, you want to go for a walk? It's like, that's the last thing I want to do, right? Walk. I mean, life is hard. You were talking about killing yourself before. Walking will do it for me. It's been since I was 17. I just don't like to walk. It's like I get up in the morning and I do go for a jog every morning, jog to the bathroom, because it's that time. And usually it's not like a real jog. It's more like one of those power walks that they do in the Olympics. It's like. Just because I do have a loose colon. And then the stirring of the yogurt after you've dipped into it once, where it gets the water and you gotta fucking stir it. The yogurt. What about the peanut butter, the organic peanut butter with a fucking layer of oil on the top? And you got to spend 45 fucking minutes digging around trying to stir it up, It's just too much work. So after I do that, I usually just take a nap, I nap a lot during the day. So hot ball sacks. I do have hot ball sacks. A story about really old people are just like little kids. So little kids. Yeah, the adults. They always say they're just like little kids. Oh, is it done? I'm done. Boy, that was a fast 2 minutes. Thanks very much, everybody. My name is Aaron McIntyre, AronMaciNtyre, everywhere. You can also go to filmactorscafe.com. And now we're going to give it up for your coming. Oh, yeah, so we have an acting class. I'm telling you, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, show up. It's not going to cost you the first one. You can see if you like it. If you don't fucking like it, don't come back. But I think you will. I do think you will. Anyway, we got a few little alumni in here tonight. All right, so give it up for your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Oh, yeah, and Delphi. No, come up. We can be on the stage at the same time. Delphi Cafe, Thursday night, starting 8:30 to midnight. We're going to do karaoke confidential, do a lot of karaoke. Yeah, we're going to be singing, baby.
What do we think? Give it up for Aaron, everybody! Yeah, every comedian wants to be an actor or a musician, so here you can pretend to be all of them. How beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, who's ready for our headliner this evening? What a beautiful night it's been. I'm so excited to bring this next comic to the stage. Welcome, Hunter White, everybody!
What does the fox say? I've been thinking about that all day. How we doing, everybody? Patty, you said brunch is the gayest meal. Supper is the most racist. Just like a vibe thing. Prav, you mentioned you saw a club and it was like, oh, there are good girls in Miami. What good girls go to the Jersey Shore? Yeah, they do anal. Those are the good girls. All right, I just had to get that out. I'm just doing my thing. It's been fun. This is a good night. So I'm 31. Thank you. I've never understood the anxiety people had about like turning 30, because like I always thought it was gonna be this way, and I was completely correct. But like the minute you turn 30, people start listening to what you have to say. Like even if you have nothing to say, right? It's that weird point in time before you're 40 when people still listen to you. 30 listen, 20 no listen, 40 they want you to go away. So take advantage of that. And I feel like your 20s, you're just outside a club, just like standing in line, just yelling at the bouncer, like, hey, listen to me. I'm doing the whole set to you. It's fine. Listen to me, everybody. I got ideas. And they just like walk by. But like when you turn 30, they just like open the door, like, come on in. What do you think about everything? Tax brackets, foreign policy. Do you need a proctologist? We will humble you. Get on in. But there's like a definite energy shift, I noticed, like from your 20s to your 30s. In your 20s, like an alcohol run is like, oh, we're going to go get some alcohol. We're going to have a great time. And that grows into, oh, we got to go get some alcohol and some Band-Aids and Neosporin because I cut myself fixing a fridge. Like what? Like it just shifts. But I'm like trying to figure out my place in the world, I guess. Hold on. Okay, I did that. Cool. I'm like trying to figure out my place in the world. Like literally, like I need to get a new apartment, which sucks because I just moved into a new apartment. It's not gonna work out. Me and the guy, we like get along. We talk. He's nice. I'm nice. But like, we realize like he's devoutly religious and I am a high functioning degenerate. So like we came to an amicable separation, and it's a bummer because like I really liked this apartment. Part of it's because it was furnished, like it came with like a dresser and a desk and like a mattress, but no bed frame. Guys, that's a humbling experience. Being 31, back to sleeping on the floor. Like I just graduated art school again. Like I don't know what happened. It's just weird because I have a girlfriend. Right? I feel like that's the first glow up most men have, is like they get a girlfriend and then they sleep 36 inches off the ground. Right? But I'm going backwards. I had bed, then girlfriend, now no bed. I'm Benjamin Buttoning this thing. Like what? And it's fine. Everything will work out. But like, I really like the area. I'd like to find something in this neck of the woods again. Because like before, I was in Hermosa Beach, beautiful, too nice for me, very hoity-toity. And now I can buy whippets around the corner. Right? Like I don't even do whippets. It's just nice to know they're around. And if you're unfamiliar with whippets, it's nitrous, whipped cream, dental shit. Basically, like if a jam band goes dark. Just like, how we doing, guys? Like it's that vibe. I don't know. Basically, I think of it like my dirtbag version of living next to a sheriff you feel racially comfortable with. Like, I don't know when this will come up, but it's nice to know I could give him a call. You guys are fun. Also, shout out to Aaron for working the boards. Everybody should actually very much attend his acting class. It is very fun. Secret, I wasn't going to do it because I was like, I don't want to memorize shit. And he was like, you don't have to memorize. And I was like, this is bullshit, but I'll check it out. Turns out, you don't have to memorize shit. All you have to do is listen. Before this, I didn't listen. He taught me how to listen. It's awesome. Give it up for Aaron. Everybody should check it out. It's very fun. I don't know. I think I'm a nice guy. I'm not bragging. A couple months ago, I realized I'm nice, but I'm not friendly. It's a weird realization to have. I don't know. It's classic like animal situation. Like I'm more afraid of you than you are of me, right? So just I was a little standoffish, and I'm trying to like work on that. So like I'm trying to be like more outwardly friendly, more genuinely nice to just people in public, and if y'all are genuinely nice to people in LA, they're confused. Right? Like genuine connection. They don't know what to do. It's like your Jigglypuff putting fools to sleep. right? Like, if you try to form genuine connection with a service worker in Beverly Hills, they look at you like a Yeti. Just, if you tell a service worker, like, oh, thank you so much, have a nice week, they just stare as you wander off. Just like 5 minutes, like, thank you, sir, you too. I don't know. I don't have an ending that's punchy to that, and it was kind of the end of the thing, and I was going to talk about Aaron now, but that's the end of me. Thank you so much for sticking around. My name is Hunter White. You can find me on the internet at My Name Is Hunter, and take care of yourselves and others. Have a great night.
Keep it going for Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter's hilarious. He also takes fantastic photos, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking, I'm a comedian, why do I need a picture of myself? Let's get, just do it. Just full send it. Pretend like this is a job, and then maybe, we'll get paid. I have been paid, so I'm not gonna fucking complain. But hey, this has been a beautiful night. Put your hands together for yourself. We're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Sunday officially. But if you need us on a Thursday or a Saturday, give us a call. Go to our website, LAschoolofcomedy.com, or email laschoolofcomedy@gmail.com. And any day for a podcast. If you guys want to do a podcast, or if you just want to rent the studio for filming, we've had that before as well. Everyone's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Good night. Be safe. Do you. Be yourself. Everybody else is taken. Are we